Nice to meet you. I am Professor Zhang, teaching mushroom science at KNCAM. I'll try to explain about 3 factors of mushroom cultivation. First, I explain about spawn. What spawn is to mushroom is like seeds is to crop. Unlike spore, spawn is already at this mycelial stage, growing on its own substrate, such as sorghum, barley, or sawdust. The life cycle of mushroom starts from spores, but growers inoculate mycelial origin spawn rather than spore origin spawn. Because of possible variations and mutations, the quality of spawn is one of the most decisive factors for successful crop. Therefore, growers need to use qualified spawn for commercial production. Spawn should maintain the strain characteristics and is propagated by subcultures. New strains are developed with genetic methods such as variation and mating. The various types of mushroom spawn include grain, sawdust, plug, and liquid. Second, I explained about substrate. Mushrooms can be classified as 3 categories by their trophic pattern: saprophyte, parasite, or mycorrhizae. The most commonly grown mushrooms are saprophyte decomposers in an ecosystem growing on organic matters like wood, leaves, and straw in nature. Raw materials can be used as substrate for primary decomposers, such as oyster mushroom and enochidaceae, which have lignocellulosic enzymes. On the other hand, secondary decomposers like button mushroom or straw mushroom require substrate degraded by bacteria or other fungi. Mushroom requires carbon, nitrogen, and inorganic compound as its nutritional source, and the main nutrients are carbon sources such as cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. Thus, most organic matters containing cellulose, hemicellulose, or lignin can be used as mushroom substrate. Examples are cotton cedar, corn cob, sugarcane waste, sawdust, and so on. However, demanded amount of each nutritional source differs according to mushroom species. For example, button mushroom requires relatively high nitrogen source, so the optimal CN ratio of button mushroom compost is 17. On the other hand, oyster mushroom and shiitake mushroom less nitrogen and more carbon source. Mushroom mycelia secrete digestive enzymes into the substrate and absorb the dissolved nutrients. Cellulose, the main nutritional source of mushroom, is one of the most abundant organic matters on earth, but its digestive enzyme, cellulase, is warned by several microorganisms including fungi. Here comes the reason mushroom is considered an important food source. Mushroom is the only one by which cellulose is dissolved and absorbed and transformed into food for mankind. Mushroom is also influenced by exit of substrate. The optimal pH value of substrate ranges from 6 to 8, varying with mushroom species. The third, I explained about the environment. The last important factor for mushroom growing is providing an appropriate environment, both for vegetative and reproductive growth. Not being protected by a skin layer, fungi are easily affected by their growing conditions. So, it can be said that the success or failure of mushroom cultivation depends on the control of growing conditions. Environmental factors affecting mushroom cultivation include temperature, humidity, light, and ventilation. Optimal levels of them at vegetative stage differ from those at reproductive stage. Mushroom mycelia can survive between 5 and 40 degrees Celsius, depending on the species. Mushroom mycelia grow well with the temperature range between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius. Pins forms at 10 to 20 degrees Celsius, lower than that of mycelia grows by 10 degrees Celsius. Over 80% of the fruiting body is water. Substrate moisture content should be 6 to 75% and low moisture content 35 to 45%. During fruiting, different relative humidity levels ranging from 80 to 95% are needed at the early, middle, and later stage, though mycelia can grow without light. Some species require light for fruiting body formation. Being aerobic fungi, mushrooms need fresh air during growing, but ventilation is more required for reproductive stage. No matter how well the substrate colonized, it is useless if it fails in fructification. Therefore, creating the optimal conditions for transition from vegetative stage to reproductive stage is crucial to successful mushroom cultivation. In conclusion, among the three factors, the most important is environmental control. By maintaining optimal conditions at each growing stage and for each species, growers can produce the desired yield of quality mushrooms. That's all. Thank you. If any question, please contact my email hichang@af.ac.kr. Thank you very much.